Cheer! It's your boy Fist in his house. Bringing another great edition of Battlefield Beta 4. Battlefield 4 Beta for me, because that's what I do. And I told you I would get around to doing a review on the videos. I finally got around to it. Here you're seeing some of the weapons that I actually enjoy. Now this is gonna be my comprehensive opinion review. Some of the stuff I enjoy in the game, some of the stuff I do not. I'm going to tell you what I dislike about this game, what I like about this game, you know, how I feel about it in general. What you're watching here is like the MK11, and I think it's the MK11 mod, and the RFB, which I think the RFB is actually better. There was a 5KC, I got that in there on accident. But anyways, let's get on with this review. Now, I'm going to talk not about, you know, the game, not about like certain weapons and stuff. I'll get to that later. I want to talk about, you know, some of the things that I realized over the time of playing this game. You know, why people are not gravitating, you know, towards this game. Like, why isn't it a huge hit like Call of Duty? You know, it's a first-person shooter, right? If you go back to my channel in the beginning of YouTube, XF1STX, I played Battlefield since day one. I've always played Battlefield. There's a lot of games that I've always played, but I just don't post them. You know, some games I just like to play, and I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to post what I play. I just like playing the game, and that's that. But if I post the game, you know, that means I really like it, and I want to share it with you guys and, you know, try to help you learn it as well. But it doesn't mean I dislike it. So, anyways, with that being said, I want to get right into this game. When you get this beta, which comes live for everybody October 4th, I believe it is, you know, the things you'll notice is that, okay, it's a beta or a demo. You know, there's some problems with the graphics. You know, nobody really cares about that. The main thing that I focus on when I'm looking at a first-person shooter is game design, game engineering, the gaming philosophy itself. And that's not going to change because of the Xbox One and the PC. That's not going to change. 60 frames per second, 120 frames per second. I don't care if it's 1,000 frames a second. Gaming philosophy and design and engineering does not change what people can't put their finger on and tell you why this game isn't like a huge hit like Call of Duty. Obviously, we're gonna like put our finger on Call of Duty because there's a first-person shooter. It's in the same genre, and it's the most successful. So obviously, you're gonna align yourself with that. Why else are you chasing the money? You know, why else would EA be making the game? So I just want to get that pretense or the preface out of the way. And a lot of people, you know, it's hard to get the point across on YouTube. I know some of you get it from the beginning, and I'm spitting out baby food, but some people just don't get it. So I want to make that clear. Now, going on to the game philosophy, engineering, and design. Here's what, you know, I think people don't realize. Here's what I don't like about this game. Okay, I'm going to start off with things I don't like about this game. For one, the most annoying thing in this game is the fact that the character models and the design of the way they run and react to bullet and explosions and everything to that nature is very distracting and annoying. I really couldn't place my finger on it until I was playing GTA. And then I noticed it because I was playing in third person, that when your character runs in third person or plays in third person, they react differently. So if you look at a person on GTA when they run around a corner, it looks like instead of having 2 feet when a human walks, they have a big ball where their feet go. So when they come around corners, they're leaning or turning, and it's not just like, okay, if I decide to go left and then back up on my joystick really fast, then the character is like on a ball, and it just pivots that fast and goes around in a circle from that single point. So if you can imagine taking your pen, like if you had a pen or a pencil, and then you just held it in one spot, and then took it and went around in a circle. I mean, that's the way the character moves if he stops on a dime. I don't know any human being that could do that in real life. So, the thing about it is that I wondered, where is this coming from? And lo and behold, this engine, or the character models, the character design and engineering, is from FIFA. So it's a third-person game that is placed on when you're shooting in first person and you're looking at the character models. You're seeing all this like jerkiness and circle rotation, and the characters' movements are just they're so crazy. And so like you don't know, like, okay, there is no momentum. A guy could be running and then all of a sudden he could be leaning 45-degree angle going one way, and if the person pulls his joystick back, his character will immediately lean 45. I mean, we're talking like a 30-degree swing from 45 from one end of the spectrum going to 45 the next end of the spectrum. And so it's like the character models are so broken because they're using a third-person engine with FIFA that, like, when you're shooting somebody, you don't know what the hell's going on. I mean, just look at it and you will see it yourself. That is the biggest major malfunction in this game. If you couldn't put your finger on it, that is what it is. They put a FIFA third-person view on characters when they run around, and it just doesn't look natural. And people say it's weapon sway, I've seen videos that said a Battlefield 4 latency. It has nothing to do with that. It's the way the game was designed. It was designed with the third-person module connected into this game. The design and the engineering of this engine for this series is terrible. Vaulting, another thing that annoys me. Vaulting, I mean, your character doesn't climb up nothing. If it's not vaulting, it's nothing at all. Which I find that's even more annoying to me than anything else. You know, it's like my character's vaulting over huge rocks instead of pulling himself up and coming up and doing what he's got to do. Another thing they installed, and I'm just covering all the cons to it. I wish I had more time to talk about this. The mini-map in the lower left-hand corner totally takes off your center of view from the screen. You don't know, like, you're completely unorientated to what's going on in the video game. So it's like, if you're gonna have a mini-map up there, make it visually orientated. I mean, when Battlefield 2 Modern Combat was out, the mini-map was in the upper right-hand corner. I don't know what happened when they moved the mini-map in the lower left-hand corner. I mean, you had to take your eyes out the center of the view. That's where the bullets are shooting at. And then you had to look the lower left-hand corner. By then, you're dead. Another thing that's annoying, spawns or squad spawning. I can't stand it because, you know, you get into a firefight with somebody and you don't know if 1 or 2, 3 teammates are popping up on this guy. And here's the thing. You killed those guys. You earned that real estate. And then you lose it because a dude pops up and kills you. I mean, people tell me that Call of Duty's unrealistic. I mean, the stuff that they say in this game that's realistic is unrealistic. It's beyond unrealistic. It's incomprehensible how they design this game. You know, you design a game. Okay, another thing. You go from standing to prone, and when you're going from standing to prone and you're shooting, it's pauses. I mean, both Call of Duty and standing to prones are terrible. I don't know why they interrupted. They both had a great standing to prone. Modern Combat 2 had a great standing to prone, and so did Call of Duty 4. And they ruined that. And I understand no jumping while shooting, that's great. Here, I'm going to go over a little bit of the pros. I mean, there's tons more that I would like to say about this game, but I want to cover some of the pros that I loved about this game. I love the fact from the last time that I played Battlefield 3 beta that the MK, the sniper rifles were all one-shot kills, and now they totally nerfed all the snipers. The first and second sniper are terrible. They do no damage. You get to a third one, which is the RGB or FGR or whatever. It's really good. I like that one the most out of the MK11, which I think is terrible, you know, comparative to the RFB. I like the RFB. They're one-shot kill weapons. I mean, pump weapons, one-shotters, and then the LMGs. They nerfed those too. You know, if you like shooter games with a lot of like quirkiness and jerkiness and all kinds of odd movements in your screen while you're shooting something in total disorientation, you know, this might be the game for you. Also, like to state that, you know, the SMGs and the assault rifles, this game is completely balanced as far as weapons go. I highly suggest, if you like nice weapon balance games, this is a good one. They have balanced don't change anything from beta. This is balanced. This is the first time I've seen actual weapon balance is pretty good in this game. So that's what I want to point out on that. Overall, I think this game is missing. It needs a new engine. Using the FIFA engine and having character models and all this nonsense going on and craziness, and you know, it's too much. You know, you got too much going on. You know, when you pull up your ADS and you ADS somebody, it's a video game. You want to be able to kill them. I mean, when I'm shooting somebody in Battlefield, the body's doing all kinds of crazy-ass movements. I don't know if the guy's dying or what's going on. I mean, the dude's taking hits, and they don't slow down. That's another thing. In Call of Duty, you take hits, it slows you down. In this game, you take hits, the fucking guy runs faster. So, I mean, it's just, I don't understand it. I mean, it's completely, well, I do understand. It's a FIFA engine mixed in with whatever the combobulation that they put together. I just think this game is, it could be a lot better. And I hate to say it, it just needs a lot of improvement. A lot of improvement. And for anybody who tells me anything different, look, the only reason why people are telling you that this game is a good game is because A, they're tired of playing Call of Duty, and B, they're conditioning themselves to play this style of game. Instead of like telling the developers this is terrible, they're accepting it and learning this. It's like learning bad habits, and it should be a lot better than what it is. So anyways, that's how I feel about it. I mean, I'll go over the weapons and everything else. Like I said, I think the weapons, one of the biggest pros in this game is the weapons are balanced, except for the pistols. Pistols need to be turned down, and that's it. They need to work on character, animation, reactions, and minimap and orientation and flow of the game. This game is like a mess. So, anyways, that's my review. You know, I don't know how I'll feel about it any differently. I mean, I can't say it's going to be any different. This is the game engine design. People tell me wait for the PC or wait for the Xbox. No, this is the way the model, the way the characters and everything move. That's why people don't play this. It just doesn't make sense to them when they're visually trying to comprehend what's going on in front of them while they're playing the game. It's not about, oh, they don't get it or they don't learn it. No, it just is ludicrous. It doesn't make sense. It shouldn't be this way. I shouldn't have to be playing like little FIFA characters running around. No, you need a different engine. It's stupid. Anyways, that's my review. Till next time, it's your boy Fizz. Peace. I'm out.